We're
Default
going to
text.
search for the Texas Education Agency on Google.
Once we're on the Texas Education Agency website, we'll search for STAAR Release Test Questions. We'll then select the 2022 tab, and from there, choose the grade level 3rd, 4th, and so on to locate the math test form. We now have access to the 2022 math test questions. Let's solve them one by one. Use do those same steps again for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Question number 37. The coordinates of the vertices of triangle XYZ are x, -2, -1, y, 6, 8, and z, 8, 4. Triangle XYZ is dilated by a scale factor of 3/2, with the origin as the center of dilation to create triangle X, prime Y, prime Z prime. Dilated refers to changes of the size of a shape, enlarging or shrinking it. Hence, XY will turn to 3/2 X, 3/2 Y. Therefore, A is the correct answer. Question number 38. Larry put $1,287 into a savings account 8 years ago. The account earned 4% simple annual interest. He made no additional deposits or withdrawals. Based on this information, what is the balance in dollars and cents in Larry's savings account at the end of these 8 years? The formula for simple annual interest equals PRT. P is representing the principal, the initial amount. R is representing the interest rate, and T is representing the time in years. Substitute the numbers into the formula. We have I equals 1,287 times 4%, which means 0.04 times 8 years. The answer is $411.84. The question of this problem is, what is the balance of Larry's savings account? Initially, Larry has $1,287, hence adds $1,287 to the interest. $411.84 equals $1,698.84, and that's the answer for this problem. Question number 39. A student traveled a distance of 68 miles in 136 minutes. Which graph has a slope that best represents this rate? The slope equals distance divided by time equals 68 divided by 136, simplified as 1/2. 0 minutes the student traveled 0 distance, hence we have the point 0, 0. B and D are incorrect because it didn't go through the origin, 0, 0. Y equals 1/2 X, X equals 1, Y equals 1/2. X equals 2, Y equals 1. That matches with graph C. Hence, C is the correct answer. Question number 40. The cost for electricity varies directly with the amount of kilowatt hours of electricity used. The cost for using 1,079 kilowatt hours of electricity was $129.48. What was the cost for using 908 kilowatt hours of electricity? $1,079 kilowatt hours of electricity costs $129.48. 908 kilowatt hours of electricity. Notice the 908 is on the same side with 1,079 because both are kilowatt hours, question mark of the cost on the right side. To solve this kind of question, cross multiplication, then division. Multiplied 129.48 with 908 divided by 1,079 equals 108.96. Hence, J is the correct answer. Question number 41. The map shows 5 proposed routes and distances for a new state highway between Camden and U.S. Highway 99. Proposed routes for State Highway 1001. Which list shows these distances from least to greatest? Option A, 10 square root of 17 is approximately 4123, which is greater than 40. Eliminate option A. Option B, 675 over 16 equals 42.1, which is greater than 10 square root of 17. 586 over 13 equals 45.08, still correct order. Square root of 21111 equals 4595, so B is the correct answer here. Question number 42. Which situation can be represented by this equation? Option F. Crystal reads 12 pages per hour. John Doe reads 18 pages per hour. How many hours X would it take for Crystal and John Doe to read the same number of pages? Incorrect because 19 was not mentioned here. Option G. Crystal paid a deposit of $19 plus $18 per hour to rent a dining room at a restaurant. Per hour means times X, 19 plus 18X. So G is also incorrect. Option H. Crystal installs 12 tiles per hour. John Doe installs 19 tiles per hour, which means 19 at X, so H is also incorrect. Option J. Crystal can make $18 per hour by tutoring, which means 18X. John Doe can make $12 per hour by tutoring, which means 12X. John Doe already has $19, means plus 19. Hence, J is the correct answer.